Yeah, well, let's do this in a second. Hello, folks. Welcome to a very special edition of the Planetary Call. I'm here with the man himself, Meow.
Yo, what's up?
Live and in person. I want everyone in the world to know that I am a solid 6 inches taller than him and much more muscular, despite what you might see on the camera.
Yo, for sure. He's a good guy. For sure, don't worry about it.
We have a banger of a call here ready for you, so let me get this going in a second. We'll share this. We have all sorts of good stuff coming your way. If you are in the chat over on YouTube, if you are in the chat over on Twitter, maybe you're over in Discord, shout out to all the catdets over there. Drop a little JM and let us know where you're calling in from. We can see all of it on this side as well. Meow's over here in the Discord and on Twitter looking around.
Yeah, look at Twitter right now, man. It's crazy. Let's go.
It's crazy. I think we're already past 400 people watching live across the different platforms. That number's going up very quickly. People are excited about the meta acceleration strategy. We have just an immense amount of J.U.P for J.U.P 5s coming your way. We have just the most aggressive JM dropping possible. So please do drop a JM wherever you are watching.
JM, let's go. J.U.P for J.U.P, let's go.
J.U.P for J.U.P coming your way. And then we are going to have to bake the pie for just one more second while we make sure that everything's working over in Discord. My guy Soju.
Guys, it's so much stuff going on, man. Like Dubai was crazy. Everything is like going nuts, and then like so many crazy stuff.
We pulled
it off.
We pulled it off.
We are live right now here. Awesome setup. Studio is over there. And then thanks, man. Thank you so much.
Prado and Goldfish for setting this up. Also killing it here.
Amazing.
Let me tell you right now, it's going to be worth all the traveling through the floods. Traveling through what felt like 2 hours worth of traffic, finding a studio in the last basically 30 minutes so we can get this to come live for all of you, for the community, because there's giant announcements to be made here. So we're going to give this one more half second as the tweet goes out from Meow, and it is being proofread right now for only the finest grammar. We'll get going. I'm going to start this off here, folks. Hello, and welcome officially to the Jupiter Planetary Call. It is, oh my goodness, it is the 19th of April, Jesus. The happening is just a little bit away, and a bunch
It's amazing. Today is happening, and the planets are aligning. The happening is happening, and Jupiter is launching the meta strategy. How cool is that?
The world is changing, folks, right before your very eyes. But before we really get started, we got to do what we always do, and that's play the unofficial cadet theme song. Yeah, normally we have to ourselves.
Are you game guy? Yeah, keep on I love it. I always love it. No.
Drop a little meow in the chat. There's a whole cat room at the studio. We're recording live from the Nas
Cats
house
to the
in
moon.
Dubai.
Someone said Cats to the moon. They're awesome. Yeah.
Cats on the moon. We see you with the Airno and everybody else. Drop a little JM. Drop a little love for Meow. If you don't already know me, my name is Cash Donda. You already know this guy over here.
Meow.
Co-founder of Jupiter, confirmed feline, and author, or one of the authors, of the meta acceleration strategy that we're going to be taking a look at in just a second. If it is your first time here, this is actually a little bit of a special show. So unlike the normal shows where we capture the wins of the week, we have guests from around the ecosystem. Today is fully focused on where Jupiter is going and what the future of Jupiter is going to be. How we start to bring the meta to life. And so we're going to spend basically all that time doing that. Meow's going to go through a little presentation. We'll be answering your questions live and direct from across YouTube and Twitter and Discord, doing what we can here. So now let me switch over to that presentation, and then we will make it happen very nicely and easily here. All right, and then slideshow. Inshallah, this works. Who's better than us? Here we are. All right, Meow. We're here at the Accelerating the Meta talk. It is time to roll. How do you want to kick this off?
Yeah, sure. I think what I could do is to just like go through a presentation, right? And then everyone can just like ask questions. And I'll just be looking at all the comments and on YouTube and everyone and stuff, and just like hit me up, man, hit me. Okay, hit me. Okay, awesome. Let's go. All right. So I think it's a really exciting time of the year, man. I'm just like super excited to be presenting this to everyone. Right, and I hope like can answer as many questions as possible. Yeah. So I think the plan that we are going to present is called accelerating a meta, right? So just a quick intro for people who don't know Jupiter that well. What's Jupiter, right? So Jupiter wants to build like the best on-chain like platform, right, for users, devs, and projects. Currently we're actually the most used DEX platform, right, across all the chains. Yeah, that's a pretty
Testing. Are we back with sound here? Pufferfish and Co. I think it'll come back. Yeah, now it's back.
Are we back?
Yeah.
This is the okay, you got back. Go.
Yep. All right.
No. Do the holding one.
Do you know where it cut out? Let's just go back here.
Just go back to the side.
This one right here. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah,
All right.
cool. Awesome. Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we're back in. I see Aruba, Pufferfish, and Cheong and the rest saying we are back.
Yeah.
Folks, we're doing this live, as you can tell. So it all kind of comes together here.
Okay, this call, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
It's Zero Packs. I'm on the call. I'm just trying to look at the comments and stuff. Okay, are you on the call? Are we good?
Yep, we're all good.
All right, fantastic. Let's try again. Let's go. Right, so Jupiter is currently the most used DEX platform across all chains, and it's really cool, right? Yeah,
That's
awesome.
pretty great.
Yeah, pretty great. And Q1 we did 78 billion on spot volume, facilitated 31 billion post volume, and also 3 million wallets. Have you guys in the first quarter?
Okay, there's a lot of them out there, man.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of awesome users, I think. Yeah. And we also have a really comprehensive asset that's from Swap, Lima, DCA, DA, and Perps and Launchpad. So if you actually haven't used it before, you can give it a shot, Yeah, I think some of the highlights, I think Matisse is obviously our key thing. We have the most powerful and fastest short DeFi. With Launchpad, this is like the first end-to-end community driven and decentralized in history. And it's actually really cool because Launchpad history is really interesting, right? Because they have all these crazy discussions up and down, and we don't really know what's gonna happen and stuff.
Right.
But what's actually really, really cool is that we all get together, right? After every launch and thing, just talk about what worked, what didn't work, try to improve together.
Yeah. There was a space just last night, right?
Last night, yeah. So we really do a ton of comments and discussion how to make it better, right? Obviously, this year and DA is our cryptos first widely used dollar average implementation and time favor, right? So we usually trade all kinds of stuff, coins, shitcoins, and liquidity, low, high, everything.
I use it myself all the time.
Yeah,
recommend everybody else. And Dr. PP made that great video as well.
Amazing, awesome video. Yeah. So we also do a lot of. We also provide a ton of liquidity services, for devs. From APIs to verticals to private. So everyone who actually use Solana one way or the other, right? Or the wallets, or whether your wallet, or whether you are a DApp or a DeFi application or Oracle, you can't use Jupiter one way or the other, right? And that's actually one of the best things about Jupiter, I think. Yeah. We're also one of the most active DAOs in crypto, if not the most, with 270k voters, with very high participation, and also very active debate, and also robust values. So I feel like one of the things actually I really, really love, right, especially in the last week's CW session, right, whereby obviously there was a ton of debate about CWG.
Yeah, that was itself I think it was a useful thing because it was an experiment. It was the first working group budget coming up, and the community really stood up and then made their voices heard there as well, and improved it for everybody, including the Uplink working group and others coming through.
Yeah, and it's actually really interesting because I feel like from the outside, right, it looks like a lot of contention and debate and disagreement, right? But I thought it's amazing because because I think for the first time we all came together, right, to think about hey, what do we want as a community? What's important? What's the work group even?
Yeah.
So I mean, it's funny because I think I've been talking about work groups for a very long time.
That's right.
Right before the J.U.P launch, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of like no one really there wasn't that level of debate or understanding, right? I think the moment that work group launched, they'll be like, oh, this is what it's about. It means and stuff, right? I think it's actually really great. Yeah. And obviously we're going to start more work groups soon, right? And Uplink is going to have proposals as well.
where we are. Stay tuned for that.
Right.
Yeah, I think in general, it's like, communities are not defined by consensus, right? They're defined by the
Precisely,
quality of like the conversation that happens.
Precisely. And also, I feel like we have a rare chance now, right? And then if you're listening right now, whether you're on watching later or now on Discord or Twitter or anywhere, I feel like we have a chance here to build a community that learns.
Mm-hmm.
That's rare. I mean, it's hard to find an individual that learns, right?
Right.
And if you have a community that learns, right, I think it's actually awesome. Right?
Yeah.
And that will actually be one of the communities that learn as a community, right? And that's so great, right? I mean, how many protocols or even communities or even L1s, have a community that learns together, right? And because of the rapid downvoting process, right? There's new votes every week, right? And we get to see the result of that every week. And stuff is really awesome, right? Because we get to actually see and learn and reflect together, right? It's actually really cool, I think, Yeah, and also I also really feel awesome because I feel like our community actually listens to each other, and themselves they go, hey, this worked, that didn't work. Maybe we can do better next time, right? So it's a big departure from the "let's do something" culture, right?
Yeah.
I love that because I feel like one of the main things that happen in the most like poisonous relationship in crypto, right? So let's do something, right?
Yeah.
And then the dash call the users e-baggers or something. I hate that dynamic, right? I feel like we don't have that. I feel like we have a pretty a really healthy relationship, and I just want to give a big shout out to the community, right?
Yeah, there's a sense of like real ownership from the community here on the Jupiter side, which I think is pretty incredible.
Yeah, it's actually amazing. Yeah, it's actually totally amazing. And then I was saying, we are powered by community cats. Yeah, right? Let's go, right? Whether users who take a lot of our shit, help us like oh shit, someone can't answer me too fast. It's like I think users who really help us improve the product, and take our shit when things don't work that well. With the DAO, which I mentioned, the most active DAO, the team who actually works really, really hard, right? Like really, really hard, and work groups, like really talented community leaders, who actually like work really hard to make it work. And also obviously our amazing catdets, right?
Yeah.
I sincerely believe it's like the most I believe that our cadets are the most helpful, positive, forward-looking, like core community crypto. I fucking love that, right? Yeah, and 0 points, right? And obviously the
Zero.
It's the Navy SEALs of crypto. Thing, right? It's like how it works. Yeah, cool. So that's the overview of crypto, right? Overview of Jupiter. And I think it's a good and we go through this, right? Because I think it's a good overview of like what kind of like what has happened, over the last like quarter. It sounds crazy, but J.U.P has only been launched like 2 months.
Feels like 60 years at this point. My goodness, today alone was like a month and a half. Jesus.
Oh my god, so many things happen, right?
Yeah.
Holy shit, so many happen. Like it's actually awesome. Hey guys, it's really awesome. Like, can you just like take a J for J, right? Let's
Little
go.
J for J.
Let's go.
Little J for J.
That's so much happened, right? In the last like 2 or 3 months, right? It's fucking amazing. So now guess what? More should happen. But we are gonna hey guys, some people can barely. So before I go on, some people can barely hear. So can everyone hear it though?
Soju, how's the audio?
How's the audio?
Audio is fine. That's what we're being told here.
You are here in the room with us.
No, he's trying. he's testing it out. The audio.
Okay, cool, awesome. Yeah. So anyway, okay. So that's a cool overview.
Yeah.
Lots have happened. And we're here to cover the next thing, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, obviously, so while we are actively improving our products, right? Across like DCA, post, and managing the transaction, and we launched the J.U.P Soul recently, right, to help like users land more transactions, everything, right? But I think among all these things, right, I kind of want to so the purpose of this session, right, is to anchor the community, right, in the really long-term vision of what we're trying to do here.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, guys, think about it, right? There are like literally a million DEXs around. So many DEXs, right? And new one coming, so many DEXs, so many L1s, so many ethics, right? So I feel like, what are we here for?
Yeah. What is the actual mission of Jupiter? What is the world that we're trying to accomplish? Because it's not profits. It's not about just making these dollars over here. It's about something, making a dream into a reality. It's something you've talked about since I basically first met you.
Yeah, I think, by the way, if I talk really, really fast, because I'm also really, really excited. Okay?
Yeah.
So I apologize for that, and let me take a step back and talk slower. All right, good. But then how do I see YouTube comments, by the way?
YouTube comments are, I don't know why they're not loading within here right now.
This is for Twitter, I think.
Yeah, this is only from Twitter. I can try doing something like this. Let's see. Folks, give us 1 second while we try to pull up the YouTube comments here as well. Yeah, I'm trying to do it like this.
No, just put you.
There we go. And then we'll do it like this. Yeah, as we get this pulled up, I see some meows in the chat from the catdets as well. The internet here is a little slow, so what I can do is mute this and then put this here. And then you'll be able to see these comments here. Yeah, mute this. There we go. All right, so now we can see the YouTube comments easily as well.
Can you say
yeah, I'm trying to, let's see. You want to make this smaller?
Yeah, which one? Yeah, yeah, that's good.
That's good. Good.
Yeah, more.
Smaller still. All right.
All right, perfect. Awesome.
Good call on the playback audio. Slowed it down. All right, so that's also right. People can do that. Okay, folks. There we go. Let's keep it going now. So, drop a little J for J in the chat just so we know you're still with us as we're getting this.
Okay, guys. So firstly, I think we can see the user comments and Twitter comments now, right? I'm not. I'm looking at the.
He's not texting or. You're not trading shitcoins right now.
No,
is that what you're telling me?
I'm actually not. I'm just looking at my awesome community talking.
Okay.
All right, it's great. By the way, so first of all, before I go on this one, I think there's a bunch of comments about the perps not working that great, right? I think a lot of that down to the due to the congestion issue in Solana, right? And for any factor, I think I'm really sorry for it, and we're working very hard on it. We might not be able to give you the answers you want directly today, right? Because there's a lot of things to handle. Yeah, but I promise that we're working really hard. Yeah.
Can I share that Xiong was working on this at the airport from 11 a.m.
to
11 p.m. to 4 a.m. last night?
Yeah, we are all working on this for hard.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Yeah,
no joke.
Cool. Yeah, but I think today I kind of want to talk about like the long-term goal of Jupiter, right? Because I feel like again, I feel like in crypto, right, we do this thing but we forget. We can't forget what we do.
Yeah, a lot of noise, right?
A lot of noise. I think there's just so much pressure, like your token, like this and that launch and this problem, that problem, no condition, everything and stuff. Then we kind of forget why we are doing this thing. Like why? I mean, why are we even in crypto? Right? Like why? Like why are we even in crypto? Right? I feel like that's actually a really like fundamental question. You know, that I can't want to answer today. You know, so today I think it's quite a big deal for me because it's actually the first time I kind of openly kind of share like how I think about these things. You know, I think it's gonna be pretty great. So I think for us, I think for us in Jupiter, I think our long-term goal is simple, right? It's to accelerate the meta. So what is this decentralized meta, right? We talk about a lot, right?
Yeah.
You know, like since the I talk about meta. There's a channel called meta. What is it really, right? So I feel like the decentralized meta is quite simple. For us, it's like a world where decentralized financial technology is deeply embedded, right, in everyone's daily lives. Okay, and it's really a world, right, where it's actually so imagine this world, right? Imagine this world where everybody uses decentralized financial systems daily.
Yeah.
Okay, whether it's payments or remittances or anything you do, right? The first goal is to find decentralized, right? And they use decentralized markets for anything they need, right? Whether it's stables or like forex or like anything. Right, decentralized markets, right? And use decentralized money for their daily capital needs.
That's maybe the most exciting one of all for me.
For sure, right? Yeah. Even you buy a new house, you start a company, you need to raise funds for company and stuff. It's decentralized money, right? So I mean, that is like the way we want.
Yeah,
right. And
pure decentralization all the way down.
Yeah, right? And of course, there's always going to be centralized finance, right? But it's not so much replacing it, but it's a parallel universe, right? So the whole goal is how do we create this like parallel universe, right? So on one hand you have like centralized systems, and one hand you have like decentralized systems, right? So I think we actually need to create this parallel world. You know, so I think that is the whole point of crypto, is that you actually want to create this like parallel system. You think that that we can live in, right? So user can easily go between centralized systems or financial systems, right? That system, So and in some sense it's the broad angle crypto, right? It's because like and it's when the whole world is actually using crypto, right? Not just only crypto. Because because think about it, right? In some sense, even if the whole world owns Bitcoin, but they do it via ETF, right? Then it's funny because technically speaking, legally speaking, everyone owns crypto, but we'll be super far away, right, from decentralization. You know, because like we just like, and because if you buy Bitcoin through ETF, like you are just doing the same thing. right? You're nowhere closer to meta. You know,
if I had to boil it all down, it's like it's using, not just owning. Owning is a nice maybe entry point, but like ultimately, if it's not being used in our daily lives and creating real value,
yeah, precisely, and it's actually really important, right? Because like that someone was saying that okay, like it's like it's actually really think about it, like it's like it really pains me to see how much attention we give ETFs. It pains me, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, great, we got ETF, and how does it help us? You know, like how are we actually closer to where I want to be? We're not.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the guys would say, one of the background guys was saying, "Oh, I love ETFs because like this means that we are owning crypto." I'm not kidding, right? Like those guys said that they love ETFs because it means that the whoever the current system gets to own crypto, right? You give everyone in the world the illusion, right, that they're in crypto. They're not.
Yeah. It's almost a way of like kind of co-opting what crypto is actually about.
Precisely,
centralized finance, right?
Precisely. Yeah, precisely. It's like you are taking crypto, right? And then you are like you are co-opting it into you're making people feel like they're in the decentralized game. They're not. They're really not, right? And I feel like that frustrates me the most. Yeah.
They're playing house. They're not actually living it.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so I mean, and how far along is the industry, right, in terms of like the meta?
Yeah. Using crypto.
So I think the first thing is that I think we have proven two things, right? I think we have proven actually as an industry done a lot, right?
Yeah.
We have proven that we have created immense value with like decentralized communities. I mean, think about it, guys. I mean, like it's kind of cool that like a bunch of people come together, unify around a symbol or logo, and bang, there's like $100 million. What the hell, right? You know, right? Yeah. And or even billions, right?
Yeah.
You know, and like I mean, crypto is a $2 trillion industry, right? And that purely on decentralized communities, and that's pretty fucking cool, right? And the second thing, the second thing I think that we did as a community is that we built core financial primitives with decentralized systems, right? We were able to create like things like like perps and limit orders and markets, all kinds of markets like AMMs, like CLBs and stuff, purely on decentralized systems.
And it took like a century to build in centralized systems.
We managed to and we put it in like 3 years.
Yeah, speed running the history of finance.
Everything,
basically.
yeah. And then the third thing obviously we did is that we managed to kind of execute on large scale global collaboration.
Testing now. It should be okay.
Meow.
Mike Dad is back. Mike is coming back. Yeah. So we see you. Thank you for the comments on YouTube and on Twitter. This is how we know, and in Discord, this is how we know that's going down. It seems like the mic setup is a little bit wonky here, but people can hear us now again. Sound is back. Okay, cool. Maybe just hit the decentralized collaboration point again.
Oh yeah, sure. So I think what we did is that we actually execute large scale decentralized collaboration. You know, with no centralized coordination, right? It's not like we didn't need SEC, we did WEF, and we actually created an awesome, massive industrial system, right? And it's really cool thing about it. A bunch of cats, dogs, monkeys, and apes, and ghosts, and demons, and it came together, and we did this together, right? Purely based on and slugs, obviously. You know, and we did and it's based on 3 things, right? It's based on decentralized, based on code, decentralized communication, and decentralized repetition, right? So based on these 3 things, we have managed to create an awesome industry. And guess what, guys? I think here we go. And where we're going, we don't need suits, right? We have cats, and dogs, or ghosts or whatever, right? Meow, right? It's awesome. Yeah, we don't need suits. We have cats.
So with the meow in the background.
It's great, guys. I can't tell how exciting this is for me. Yeah. As someone that worked, as someone who tried very hard to fit in what I want to do in the old system, and just being able to be here and just driving this like new world, it was amazing.
And
love it.
By the way, repping the cats.
Sorry.
Across the chest as well.
Guys,
Space cats over here.
Guys,
I see Scarlet and the rest in there. That's right.
Guys, cats, man, let's go. Yeah. All right. Cool. But we're still far.
That's the thing.
We're still so far. Holy fuck, we're so far. Holy shit.
Can't get too high on our own supply right
now.
Cannot
do it. So fucking far, bro. And then we're kidding, right? It's like we're still tiny, man. It's like Jupiter. Like, hey, dude, that's funny. I go to conferences, right? It was like, oh, I love Jupiter. Jupiter is huge. I'm like, I'm like, dude. I mean, I thanks for saying that, but we are still tiny, right? You know, I compared to a sex like
Decentralized exchange,
we are tiny, we're small.
Yeah.
And compared to TradFi, think about it. 6 billions of people use TradFi every day. I mean, billions.
Yeah.
Right? They use TradFi for payments or everything, for sending money around. They don't even use DeFi. We are tiny, right? There's so much more to go, right? I feel like it's crazy because we get meme coin up and we're happy, yeah, meme coin. But come on, guys, we are how many people actually bought meme coin? They're tiny.
That's right.
Tiny, right?
Yeah.
Okay, don't get me wrong. It's amazing that we create all this excitement and value of tiny of people. Like guys, I mean, we need to get the billions.
Yeah.
That's one to be, right? And the second thing is that we are still heavily isolated. Right? From daily operations. I mean, how many people how many people in crypto, right, actually use Dexters daily, let alone in their operations? Very few.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's a big problem. And the third thing is that we are still limited to virtual asset creation. Right? So I think for example, right, I mean, I love J.U.P.
J.U.P is great.
J.U.P is great. I love J.U.P. J.U.P is super valuable, right? I think everyone should have J.U.P, right? But at the end of the day, I cannot eat J.U.P.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? I can't eat J.U.P, right? And Michael Saylor loves Bitcoin, obviously, but he can't eat Bitcoin.
That's right.
Right? So I feel like so far I feel like what Crypto has done really well is and amazingly well, right? Is to create virtual assets that worth a lot.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
but
create that demand for
But we don't. But we don't. So we create assets that worth a lot. But we don't actually contribute that much, right? To the supply side of the economy.
That's right.
Okay,
Yeah.
or to the production side.
The productive, right? The real stuff.
Yeah, the real stuff, right? So I feel like that's actually one big jump of crypto, right? So I think so. Yeah. So here's the proposal, right? Hey guys. Here's the proposal, okay, for the whole industry. Okay, guys. I think you need 3 things. Okay,
Number 1.
3 things. Okay. Firstly, I think we need a critical mass of users that just start using this shit.
Yeah.
Right?
There's just not enough people right now. Yeah.
A lot of things like payments and remittances. I mean, we can talk about it all we want. We can build shit all we want. But if there's not enough people who are comfortable with wallets,
yeah,
right? How to use them, also interact, how to take value them, right? There's no way.
Yeah, and a lot of these things kind of benefit from network effects, right? So every additional person that's added in makes the network more valuable.
Yeah,
so if we're stuck with millions instead of billions, we can never really have the impact that we want to have.
Yeah, for sure. And that's really critical mass, right?
Yeah.
And then we need these users to actually start using decentralized markets, right? Whether it's for the regular needs, right? Whether they need forex or the bonds or whatever they want, right? We start using decentralized markets, right? And that's actually a very important point. And thirdly, and probably the most crazy one, is that I think we as an industry need to actually start funding real productive industries, with decentralized financing, right? So we move away from the pure virtual creation, right, into actually funding real production, So I think those are 3 things: critical mass of users, critical range of markets, and critical funding for real production industries. Because one day when the world comes to a dire state, we can produce all the assets that we want, bitcoins that we want, but we can't eat them.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Every some shit. I'm saying, right? Yeah. Cool. Let's go. All right. So, okay, big question.
This is the big question.
Yeah, what's you gonna do, right? We talked about all these big things and meta, blah blah blah. What's you gonna do, right? So that's why today we're introducing the Jupiter Meta Acceleration Strategy. Let's go. Let's go. Oh yeah, so that 3 parts to this strategy, right? There's the GM, the GAM, and the DSE. Okay, 3 Gs. Okay, yeah. Why? Because I like these. I like these. What's laughing? I like these.
I like G's as well. G's are great. They're one of my favorite letters.
Really?
Yeah, J is a little bit better, but anyway.
Yeah, J is better. Yeah. M is good too. Yeah. A is good too.
There's a bunch of we're just gonna go through the whole
right. So the first one is GM, right? Good question, right? So the key idea here is that we actually want to start migrating the masters, right, to start using decentralized technologies. Okay, yeah, and so we talk about SocialFi and GameFi and everything, right? Yeah. As a way to onboard the masters. Yeah. But honestly, with all due respect, I don't think so. Right? I think the answer is quite simple. I think it's trading. I think trading is how we actually get them, right? I think I think it's the first activity that everyone engages in, right? It's the most common and important use case, right? And actually, a lot of tokens are first available on DEXs. Yeah. It's a great reason we'll start using decentralized exchanges, right? You know what I'm saying? I think Pump.Fun is a great example. I think people aping into like a lot of like new tokens on Radium or Jupiter is great as well, right? You know, and okay, here guys, this is controversial, right? Now, I think there's a degen ape in all of us.
Is there a degen ape in you right now? I don't know.
You, I'm pretty sure.
If you're watching this, most likely.
Most likely. But here's the thing, I don't think it's only us. I think everyone, right? You know, even have you guys seen how people go crazy about any kind of like, fun activities around like, betting and everything? Crazy for that stuff, right? So I feel like there's a really big DJ around us, right? So I think the whole point is actually to do that. Yeah. And it's actually important because like, it's not just important for, and then we just kind of talk about these things as if it's like funny, everything, right? But I think it's very important because once a user, right, actually starts getting familiar with the decentralized trading, it's actually much easier for them to onboard to other organizations, right? Right. And secondly is that once a user starts getting his capital from like a SEX, right, or bank, right, into a decentralized wallet, bang, it's way more productive, right? That capital can now be used for any use case, right?
Yeah.
Like like lending, borrowing, tipping, playing games, like buy games, anything.
Yeah.
Right. Streaming, everything.
It's like
right?
being stuck in a zoo to being out in wildlife. And
there you go. And all over the world, you're not restricted, right? Your capital can be used anywhere as long as the wallet.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's great, right? And thirdly, my hope is this, right? That if we actually get a sufficient users actually to actually start using decentralized trading, right? Then actually we actually might do one thing very important. We might get to a critical mass of decentralized users, right? For all the key things that actually require critical mass. Right? For example, if your mom starts doing decentralized trading, you can read money to her. You know, right? Suddenly, right?
Yeah.
Payments and everything. So I think we need to get the critical mass, right? Of stuff. And I'm biased here. Just be biased, right? Right? Just be biased, right? But then but I think Solana and Jupiter is the best place to start, right? There's a critical mass of tokens. Yeah, right. Second of all, it's cheap and fast. And Jupiter is already the gateway, right, for many users to actually start trading.
Millions,
millions obviously, right? But it's not enough, right? To make it like even easier, more accessible.
So what are we gonna do?
Mobile!
Jupiter!
Let's go! Yeah, Jupiter mobile. So the key idea with Jupiter is very simple, right? One-click trading. Okay, we actually want to make Jupiter the most like seamless place to trade DeFi. Right? And do so do three things, right? Now, first of all, 0 fees. So trade all you want, no fees. Go for it, right? No, right? Go for it, right? The second thing is auto configuration. So we're thinking, what are things that we use this quite a bit, right? We get used to the idea of like CPH and everything, right?
Yeah.
But we forget to a user it's fucking confusing.
Yeah.
Right? What the fuck is CPH? Right? Like what the fuck is CPH, right? You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
How much should it be based on how badly I want the token, what the market is
selling? It's fucking crazy. You forget it, right? It's like if you trade $1, CPH 4%. You trade like $10, $100, your CPH should be like 0.4%. If you trade A and B, it's fucking confusing, right? Forget it. Yeah. Right. So I said, what we're trying to do is simple, right? We're going to take all the things that confuse the user about DEX trading to gateway. And that's a big deal, right? Yeah. It's also going to be super focused, right? It's not going to have like any other blockchains, anything, but on like so the key focus is on Solana, swaps, and on ramps, right? So very focused, Yeah. So I think so when we say 0 fees, there's 0 platform fees, right? That means that you can use it and there's no charge fees, right? It's just like J.U.P, right? So on most mobile apps today, there's a fee, right? You're
paying for the convenience or something.
Yeah, precisely. Right? But for us, I think we don't care.
If you're trying to accelerate the meta, you need more people to come and not charge them through the nose.
Yep.
And I think this is cool. There was a metaphor that you used once that I thought was really helpful here of kind of driving a car in manual. Right? Where like right now, if you have to use DeFi, like and really think about every piece of this and how do I retry and what is the slippage and so forth, it's like you're kind of trying to shift gears at all times. And this kind of puts DeFi into auto mode, right? Where like anybody can quickly jump in the car and immediately start making some progress.
Dude, I'm telling you, man. The first time I drove a car was in manual mode. Holy fuck, dude! It was upslope, right? I was upslope. And then brake and start. I was trying to start the car again. Like the car was San Francisco, right? And the slope was like this, right? My car was here, right? I was trying to switch the car. My car just like you unbrake it and you try to switch the clutch. Just started falling down. And then I couldn't master the switch, right?
Yeah.
I was like, wow, this is such a good analogy for. And after I didn't drive again. Forget it, right? I just didn't drive manually. Forget it, right? It's like,
Because it's scary.
It's scary, right? Honestly, right? I think we forget how scary this is.
Yeah.
Right. So I think I think it's simple, right? We kind of want to actually make the we actually want to make like the less scary.
Yeah.
You know, for things. Yeah. Yeah. So and then okay, what's important, right? I think we think onboarding tens of millions of users, right, to decentralized trading. This is really important. It's the first step to getting a critical mass of users to the meta, right? And Jupiter Mobile will be our first. Jupiter Mobile will be our first. Jupiter Mobile will be our first thing to use it.
I think the chat is like, I see a bunch of LFGs, Zach, like, AO, J.U.P with another common W. The J.U.P mobile app is coming. Folks, it is on the way. Do you want to announce anything else here?
No, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, no, okay. I think the main thing. We don't. That's because we don't think as a wallet.
Yeah,
we're not a wallet, right? We don't try to be a wallet, right? We are very focused on the decentralized trading use case.
Yeah,
and that's our key focus. Yep.
Yep. Okay, and we'll see how fast this is coming to market. If there's only something that can help make that happen faster, that might be another.
Next week. We have a pretty good announcement next week. Yeah,
gotcha.
For sure.
Okay, cool.
But just to tell me what's on this slide is that I think it's really important that we need a critical mass of users to start doing decentralized stuff.
Yeah,
right. I think it's really important.
This is how you got to meet people where they are. People want to be able to trade anything at any time, anywhere. And that's what Jupiter Mobile is going to be able to provide.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's get a question from the audience.
What's the difference between Jupiter Mobile and the wallet on the phone?
I think firstly is that I think we are the UX is very different. Like the UX is going to be extremely focused on the store experience, right? And then we are going to actually do a lot, as I mentioned earlier, a lot of different things like auto CPH and auto configuration to actually make it much easier, right, to do trading. Yeah. And then thirdly is that we're going to charge any fees as well, right? So because the whole point here is actually to make the whole reduce all the friction points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then as you start adding things like on ramps as well and so on, it just kind of becomes a full featured on.
Yeah. But basically, like so we are not a wallet. We are very focused on usage. On using the key use cases. Yeah, go from there. Yeah,
makes sense.
All right.
So that's the first one. That's the first G. And a pretty big goddamn announcement right there. Jupiter Mobile is coming. JF.
Let's go. Jupiter Mobile. Let's go. Mobile. Yeah, I'm
I need this ASAP. Folks are saying in here again. When are we getting it? Everyone just wants to get it ASAP.
Yep.
But now there's a question about RWAs, some assets. Maybe that actually is a nice little segue.
Let's go. So the second G, not second G, the Glen, the giant unified market, right? Where we try to get every single asset into one single state machine. Yeah, let's go. One place. Let's go, right? So imagine a world, right? 2 days ago, back and stuff, and people loved it, right? But just to recap again, right? I think imagine a world, right? We're highly liquid assets for forex, stock, imagine. Right? Like for forex, for stocks, RWA, crypto assets, and meme coins, commodities, all sit in one single state machine, right? And can transact across all of them, right, in a single transaction, right? And in some sense, that's the grand dream of finance, right?
Yeah.
That is never going to be achievable on centralized systems. Never.
Yeah.
Right. The only place that is ever doable is going to be decentralized systems.
Yeah.
Right.
In case anyone doesn't know, why is it so impossible on a centralized system?
Oh, every market is separate. Every market is isolated and opaque, right? For example, like every market like Nasdaq or like CME or like your neighborhood store,
Yeah.
they're their own state, they're their own transaction systems. You can't you can't atomically you can't execute a single transaction across your neighborhood store and Nasdaq. It doesn't happen. It doesn't work. Right, you can only execute transaction in Nasdaq itself. You can't execute across a bunch of markets. You can't execute across like Nasdaq and CME and and Binance.
Yeah, they're a bunch of little closed gardens.
Closed gardens. I can't use zoo. Right, basically, centralized finance is very like a zoo. Right, you have this like really big zoo, right, and then there's a lot of enclosures. Right, everyone is in their own enclosure.
Yeah, and you walk from one to the next.
That is like in the zoo. Versus the meta, right? The meta is like it's an open space, and it's an open space and stuff. It's like it's an open space. It's like you can easily go and transact across everything, right? I think that's the one view. Yeah. So guys, so one thing I want to share with you guys something that's pretty important here, right? Is that that there's actually a lot of narratives around the RWAs and everything, right? But here's the thing.
Real world assets.
Yeah, real assets and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But guys, it's important. I'm going to speak really slowly here.
That's how you know it's important, folks.
Yeah, I'm going to speak really slowly.
Camera up here,
Okay.
brother. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. First of all, assets are not enough. Okay. You have all the assets in the world that doesn't work. Okay. They need to be actually in highly liquid markets. Right, that's the key. Liquid markets, right? But even liquid markets is not enough. Now imagine one market in Siberia, right? One market in like Kenya, and one market in like Antarctica, right? It wouldn't work. You know, what you actually really want is that you want all these markets to be in the same place, right? And to be very easily accessible by lots of people.
Yeah.
Okay, so all in the same place, accessible by lots of people, right? And a user can transact across all of them.
That's the holy trinity.
Yeah,
Right?
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It makes sense, right? Yeah, precisely, right? Like trading, right? They need to be unified. They need to be accessible by lots of people, and to be able to use them across everything, right? That is how you make assets useful, right? Because you can have the best asset in the blockchain and one users. That's a Siberia, whatever, right? Seriously, you can have all the assets. You can do the most amazing job putting RWAs on the blockchain and one users, and you'll be users.
Yeah. Right.
Right. I feel like that's actually a crucial. I feel like we talk so much about RWAs and everything stuff, but this is the crucial part that's missing.
Yeah.
Like guys, seriously, right? The biggest crucial part that's missing about everything here is that we in the conversation today is that we don't talk about it. It's that who can use these assets?
Just creating it is not
Yeah,
useful.
it has to be used. Yeah, it has to be collected and used and arbitrage and whatever stuff. That's important. That's important, right? So I feel like we covered this already and stuff, right? But I think so I feel like so what you really want to do is that like you actually want to really create you really want to create this like giant market, right? And especially earlier, creating this giant market is actually not possible in traditional markets. It's only possible in like open decentralized world, right? Now, and guess what, guys? The cool thing is, right? It's like technically, I think the at technical level, it's already possible today. Yeah, right. Because Solana is a single massive state machine, right? That allows you to compose across markets with trivial cost. Right, and Jupiter, right, is obviously excellent at allowing users to transact across all these markets automatically, right? We already use millions, right? So I feel like that's actually an exciting thing, right? Is that at a technical level, at a market structural level, and at accessibility level, right? Yeah, it's done. The foundation is there. It's not hybrid, right? This global unified market, it sounds fancy, but it's not hybrid, right? It's kind of close actually, you know. But obviously, it's and here's the thing, right? A market when the asset is in the market on Solana, and there's a Jupiter, it's automatically atomic, composable, and accessible at millions. You know, yeah, for sure. Here's the thing, right? So sometimes we're talking about Solana here, congestion issues for sure, right? I think for us, I think we always find ways to kind of like navigate the situation, and definitely, I think I trust the team that we can really hard. You know, so I think in some sense, I think this meta requires a parallel push, right? You know, saying like at many layers, right? You know, at many levels, right? At the base layer, we need the infra to work well. At the Jupiter level, we need to push very hard on these markets and everything, right? And the liquidity infra, right? You know, and obviously on the other side, everyone needs to like create more meme coins. You know, like create more meme coins, bring more access on chain, everything, right? And then user level, we need to like really like bring a lot more users to the meta. So I think to be clear, someone was saying that the underlying layer is fixed. Yeah, for sure, but I think it will be. You know, so I think but anyway, this gum, right, this bootstrapping, right? So we are really happy to announce our second major initiative. Big one. Yeah.
Tell the people.
Let's go. The gum initiative. So we're going to embark on. We're going to embark on the gum initiative, right?
Make it into reality.
Yeah, but reality, right? Like, how do we like literally mimic the reality? Let's fucking mimic the reality. Right? Let's do it, right? So we're going to book in lots of partners, right? Lots of partners to bring like all the assets to Solana, right? In that kind of Jupiter, right? And then because when we do that, all the assets are accessible at millions, right? With any token automatically, right? Imagine at the Philippine airport, right? You can get pesos with Bonk. You know, right? Like real pesos with Bonk, right? And actually, honestly speaking, all you need is terminal, right? Because like you can actually do all the exchange stuff can done on the gum. It's pretty cool. Think about it, right? So all you need is actually terminal data. Done, right? And then also imagine a world where you can actually buy a Lambo rent.
When
buy.
Lambo.
When Lambo.
When Lambo is a real
when
thing
Lambo, right?
coming up here. Yeah.
When Lambo, right? Yeah. Right. Or you can even donate to Joe Biden with Joe Biden.
Or donate to Donald Trump with Joe Biden.
Oh yeah,
Even better.
Yeah, I mean, all this is possible, right? Things like that.
And I think what's even cool is like even if it's like you have whatever tokenized real estate that you can then use to buy a pair of jeans in Kenya, or if you're traveling, you can use whatever kind of any forex markets anywhere in the world. It's not just meme coins to reality; it's all assets across all markets to any case that you might want to use.
In some sense, this is the pipe of finance, right? In many ways, like this is actually literally the pipe of finance, right? You allow someone to choose whatever value they store, right? And then you store them in a way that's highly accessible. And when they want to, it's highly liquid to anything, right? This is literally the pipe of finance, And I think it's pretty, Yeah,
can't do it alone though.
Yeah, can't do it alone, right? For sure. And that's why to kiss a gum and stuff, we actually have a bunch of great partners, right? To already work with us, right? So on the
So a little bit of a flex with this group.
So I feel like with the so we have a bunch of other providers like Picasso, OpenEden, and Dinara. Denary, we're committed. Yeah, we're committed to kind of bringing RWS onto Solana. Yeah, right. So they're committed to doing that, and then we're going to work with them to introduce the community. We're going to work with them to introduce the community, right? Help the community get more confidence in the offerings. Yep. And the thing, and make happen. It's cool. Yeah. And obviously working with a bunch of like awesome projects like Cumberland and the Milk and WF Labs, right? To kind of like do market making. Yeah. And for example, Cumberland is actually really, really interested in forex. Right? It's that thing. I don't know why. I think they love forex. So
we all have a thing. That's a good thing to have.
I might think your thing, right?
That's always funny.
Oh my god! Oh, spicy! Oh, holy shit! Okay, sorry. Oh my god! Let's go, right? And obviously, we have a number of like really Solana aligned things. Yeah, like Asymmetric and Alliance, my best friends, right? And obviously the foundation. We're all going to be supporting us in terms of like driving awareness, adoption, and figuring out incentives and things like that.
People bringing assets, people making markets,
adoption.
And then adoption as well.
Yeah, that's it. And like assets, like markets and adoption. So I think also on Jupiter, or from Jupiter's point of view, right? What we're going to do is that we're going to like work really hard, right? On like creating like bringing on assets, right? And I think it's great. I think it's great that people like Dinero, and because who are coming in to Solana. It's great, right? We're working with them. We'll be looking at startup markets, right? And again, there's so many different markets that they can set up, right? It can be CLV markets, can be AMM markets, can be anything and stuff. So we're figuring out what the right markets to set up, right? Right? Yeah.
But so we already have these kind of 9 partners lined up here.
Yeah, and we want a lot more, right? We want a lot more. We want a lot more partners, right? Things like that. I think we will need a lot more partners. Yeah. Right. Like for example, for stables and stuff, for example, whether for stables or for example, like more RWSs. And guys, man, the world RWS is insane. Like there are literally like hundreds of stables of coins, like millions of like possible assets and everything, right? I really think that I really think that we can do a really good push.
Yeah. So if anyone out there in TV land is watching this and you're bringing more assets on chain, or you are trying to make markets and add liquidity to it, or just drive adoption generally, I think there's tons of space on the Gum Alliance for you.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's gonna be good. It's fun. Yeah. So I mean, okay, but guys, do set expectations, right? Okay, back to reality. Back to reality. That's the song by Eminem. The rap song came out.
Yeah. Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity.
Yeah. Go.
I only know those 2 lines.
Yeah, go. Say it.
Back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes rabbit.
Yeah,
Prado knows. I know Prado's watched this. This is not cash karaoke right now. This is accelerated.
Sorry for asking. Okay. But what we need is patience, right? Because this is not going to be a system that just launches and boom and goes live, bang, everything, right? It doesn't work that way. And then so we need patience, right? We also need to figure out the right incentives, right? We also need to actually really get adoption, because like getting people to actually start like owning these assets is not that it's not going to be trivial, right? No, as that. Getting people both getting the masses to start using on-chain stuff, and getting on-chain people like myself to actually start being comfortable with like owning Tesla on-chain, right? It's not easy, right? So it takes a time to awareness and stuff, right? It takes to build adoption and awareness and everything. So I think so I feel like but I think it's important, because guys, if we manage to build this like giant unique market, right, and make it accessible at trivial cost of millions, right, we can make crypto far more useful than today, right? So in many ways, I think we can finally tell our friends why crypto is useful, right?
Oh, you're telling me my mom will no longer be embarrassed about crypto?
Yeah,
So, yeah.
I mean, because I think this would be a really good example to say you can't do this in TradFi.
Yeah.
Right. Does that make sense? I feel like if you do this thing, it will be a really, really good example of like why can't you do this?
Mm-hmm.
Right. On Saturday, what can you?
Yeah.
You know, I think that would be good answer. You know? Right. Hey, should you any questions from Discord? I mean, okay, cool. Right. Yeah. So gum, let's go.
Gum.
Gum.
Get ready to
Yeah.
see some gum, folks.
All right. Oh, someone said, step back to reality, obstacle gravity, that goes rabbit, he choked, you know, whatever. That's cool.
Yeah,
Right.
we'll have to do a whole meow karaoke session one of these days.
Ah, man.
Karaoke
If
and
I
roast
rap,
stories,
if I rap, holy shit. All right, cool.
He's like,
Anyway,
Twister, you know, he can rap so fast.
all right, next one, the GDSE. Yeah.
GDSE.
The Global Decentralized Exchange. Well, it's actually quite simple. We're going to help off-chain companies this on-chain.
This is maybe the most ambitious and the craziest of them all, and the one I'm most excited about.
But the thing is, okay, everyone says it's crazy, right? But why is it crazy? I don't get it. No, seriously, guys. Okay, guys, why is it crazy? Okay, it's crazy. To me, you know what's crazy to me?
What's that?
That you think it's crazy.
You just a little Uno reverse card on me there.
Yeah, like what's crazy? No, guys, think about it, right? No, think about it. Number one, crypto is great at so many things, right?
Yeah.
Crypto is great at global financing, right? What other financing system allows you to put on a say, hey, I'm raising I'm launching a meme coin, send money here, you know? Put the money there, right? There's no other industry does that, right? So crypto is great at global financing, for sure.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
And secondly, it's good at creating capital formation.
Yeah.
Right. There are literally unlimited ways for you to raise capital, for get capital. Unlimited ways.
Yeah.
Right. Also, community farming, man, it's fun. I mean, it's fun. It's fun. Like it's fun.
Catdets,
It's fun.
yeah.
It's fun.
Catdets.
Awesome. Yeah, catdets are fun.
Yeah.
Right. Good at community farming, right?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? If you're a company who is producing things, right? While we are producing, right? In the world, especially for those that who actually for many companies in the world, right? Who I feel like we always talk about companies that are under like the West and everything, but remember there's this whole other world out there, right? Who don't have access to trading capital markets, right? And if you are a company that actually wants capital, you actually want these things, right? You want global finance, you want to hold the finance you, right? You want to form capital your own way, and you want to have community. I mean, if you list on some stock exchange, do you get community? Nah, you don't get no community.
They have like investment bankers. That's not the community one.
Yeah, for sure. No, for sure, this and that. Yeah. No, dude. Anyway, I also think it's more fun, right? Yeah. Like if we really start to actually create a paradigm, right? Whereby if we start to create a paradigm where off-chain, where crypto starts financing off-chain industries, dude, it's gonna be a massively fun. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it'll be easy or like trouble-free, but I mean, nothing that crypto does is easy, right?
Yeah. that's a the laugh of a man who's been through some pain to make it a reality, right?
I mean, like everything Twitter does with the technical stuff or like the token launch, everything is like it's like I feel like it's always like extremely like challenging but productive, right? We all learn so much from it. It's always like this and whatever Twitter does, it's always this like collaborative process, right? We all learn together. You know, right? The airdrop thing, for example, it was painful. Holy shit. Right? The airdrop was painful. It's like I announced the airdrop in like November, and then we went through that entire like month. Right? I was just like really listening to what everyone has to say. Right? You know, and then having an initial plan, right? And then revising the plan with the feedback. And still fucking up some parts of it. Right? Right, you know? But I feel like but the process is very rewarding, right?
That's right.
Because we did it as a community, right? And I feel like it's gonna be the same for this, right? It's like we are announcing this thing now. You know, it's gonna be a challenging to get it up and running, you know, but it's gonna be fun. We're gonna do it together. Guys, if we could do it together, you know, it would be right, you know. Yeah, together is the key, you know. Yeah. I think what we table is I think it's like, you know, experience with on-chain capital formation, right? It's like we also have a lot of experience of building like on-chain communities and ecosystem, and we can definitely help to kind of like drive awareness adoption, you know, to the space, right? And we done all this shit. We done all this shit. We done all this shit for others. We fucked it up many times.
It's like that old line. Hey, we did some shit. We fucked it up. We learned some shit. We did
the stuff. I mean, this is happening, right? It's a great community, right? Like 12,000 people online, right? A bunch of people on Discord, lots of people on YouTube. It's great.
I think that's what's cool is that Jupiter's in a unique position to kind of bring this ambitious vision to life because people have kind of thought about it for a while. There's not been like the technical rails, kind of process rails, and the kind of the chop
process rails.
Yeah,
I feel like I feel like the whole like launchpad process and also the whole like even this like Planetary core and everything, I think it installed in us a certain like process rules. You know, and we talk about sometimes, right? Yeah. And I think we should actually have a session talk about like the rules that run Jupiter.
Yeah,
right. Dude, there's all kinds of stuff. There's a product rails, there's a technical rails, there's a operational rails. You know, saying there's a don't give a fuck rails.
Yeah, there's
right?
one called Soju. W Soju in the chat. Soju, one of the essential rails.
W Soju, let's go.
The cult of Soju is growing, folks.
Our cash goal is to get 20 girls to say hi to Soju. Right now,
Soju in a happy relationship. He's got in a happy relationship. He talks about his girlfriend very, very nicely all the day.
20 girls. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right. So, okay, guys, let's get back.
Yeah. So what do we need to kind of bring this to us? Jupiter's got some good things, but some new things are needed.
It's your term, bro. It's your term. You coin this term.
Well, please tell the people. It's you know.
No, you go for it.
I think what is
you coined it, man. Yeah, let's go. Yeah.
What is very useful to do is you're trying to bring traditionally kind of industries that may be, if not outright hostile, at the very least kind of skeptical on-chain, you need this kind of new web of trust to be able to develop, right? You have to kind of replicate the existing web of trust that is provided by centralized entities like the SEC. You know, people trust them at different levels, but they have some kind of rules of the game that they're able to bring on. So what you really need to have are, you know, strong reasons for companies to come on and a lot of trust that they're going to get the value out of it. So communicating that value well. You need auditors who can keep these companies honest, right? Because the hardest thing about these kind of global or any stock exchange is making sure that companies are being forthright and transparent in what they're doing. And critically, I think one of the cool things in crypto here actually
When you transition to
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think if you're maybe grazing the mic or something like that.
Oh, so, and you are speaking to the law on this topic, and I feel like there's one important point is that like when you list on like Nasdaq or whatever, right, or stock exchange, right, who verifies you, right? Mm-hmm. Who verifies the company, right? Yeah. So in some sense, no one really does. Mm-hmm. Right, it's like you have auditors and everything stuff, but no one actually goes and check on the company themselves. Are they actually making real things? Mm-hmm. Right? Do they have a real community of users? Do they have a real do they have a real community of users? Right? Do they have a real community of buyers and sellers? Right? Mm-hmm. Do they have a real fans who's supporting them? Right? So I feel like in this sense, I got this hope. Right? I actually think that it's possible, right? That the community actually does a better job, right? Of validating which are the real comeback companies. For example, your e-commerce company. For example, e-commerce company, right? And you say, hey, I want to list on chain, right? It shouldn't be really hard for you to do that when you are fake, right? Imagine you are saying, hey, I'm an e-commerce company, right? You know, I want to list. I want to list on chain. I have this amount of sales, right? And then the community is like, we don't even know you, right? Yeah. It's gonna be very, very hard for you to fake it, right? So actually, I'm actually for me, I'm actually very curious. I'm thinking, hey, can we actually build a much better like filtering and verifying and vetting mechanism, right, with the decentralized community? Can we? I think we can. I think you can. I think for example, if someone is saying that, hey, for example, if someone is saying that, hey, I have a really big vegetable farm here, right? In somewhere, right? I'm pretty sure that somewhere in the crypto community, there's people can go there and check it out, right? Yeah, somewhere.
This is the beauty of having like a decentralized global talent network to draw upon.
No, I'm serious.
Because like the talent just doesn't live in New York City, right? It's like it's all over. It's all over Vietnam, and it's in Nigeria, and it's in India.
Precisely. Every time I travel to a new country like Vietnam, whatever, right? I'm amazed because there's so many there is so many new there's so many new there's so many things I don't know, right? So many companies I don't know, so many things I don't know, right? So I think it's gonna be amazing, right? I think like the people in Vietnam know so much more about Vietnam than I do,
and they're closer to the ground, right?
Way closer to the ground, right? So I feel like if we actually have a global community, right, then a company goes, hey, I produce this thing, I'm in Vietnam. I think we can find out pretty fast. is it real or not? You know?
Yeah, I mean, people can just like go to the place. Bring a camera,
figure out, right, and ask the people out there, right, and then they get rewarded for that shit.
Yeah,
right. I think it's possible, man.
And the types of incentives you can give to align here, I think, are only
And
possible. in crypto.
again, you can't do that, and it's hard to do that anywhere else, right? It's like
It's only possible.
so if you are basically if you are centralized like listing system, right, venue, right, your ability to leverage the big crowd, right, you know, guys, that's important. I read a book called Money Man. You know Wirecard? You guys, you know Wirecard?
Yeah,
Wirecard.
Wirecard was a fintech startup.
Startup. Yeah, it's a fintech startup. No, seriously, it's like you got Wirecard.
Yeah,
Wirecard, right? So basically, it was crazy because like Wirecard was telling all these amazing stories, right, to the German regulators and everything, right, and to the people who bought the stock, right, and then the short sellers were actually sending like reporters to the ground, right, to actually figure out where is the real, right. It's funny because a lot of this like investigation can actually be done by the public. Yeah, you know, right. But then like some like Wirecard had to grow up to like crazy market cap, crazy like Wirecard actually became one of the top listed companies in the German stock exchange. You know that?
Yeah,
crazy,
I know,
right? But all that's crazy, right? But then like, I feel like the community, right? And of course the German stock exchange is nothing, right? Nothing, right? You know, whatever, right? So I feel like no, don't get me wrong. So I feel like guys, there's a lot of questions about like centralized systems here. No, guys, we are not trying to compare centralized systems. We're not here, guys.
Parallel.
No, parallel. Yeah, parallel. Right. You know, there are companies that will always be much better, right? You know, for centralized listing venues. Always, for sure, 100%, right? 100%, right? But we also believe, right? It's also my belief, right? That it's also my belief. It's also my belief that like you will have this network of companies and stuff with better, right, for the global financing system. And with that, the fact it's cool, right? The world will surely benefit. The world will surely benefit, right, from like more financing going to the right projects, right?
This is like the classic grow the pie mentality.
Yeah.
We're not
guys,
fighting over the same piece.
let's grow high. Let's grow high, guys. Let's grow high.
Okay.
Right. What?
Whoop, there we go. So where do we go from here? As this new web of trust is getting developed and built, what can we say?
Yeah, we can say so. Yeah, I think we can announce our third initiative to get started.
Third big one here.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
All right. Are you ready?
Born ready.
Are you sure? Born ready? All right, let's go. All right. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Boys in the back, let's go. Here we go. The GDSE pilot is coming in 2024 here.
Yeah, so we're going to pilot. Yeah. So in 2024, Jupiter is going to look for two on-chain companies.
Two off-chain companies coming and listing on.
Yeah. We're looking at two off-chain companies. Okay, just two. All right, not 3, not 5, not 10. Just 2. Okay, to support on-chain listing, right? And 2 because I think we actually want to and we think it's important to start to trigger the referral of trust. As mentioned earlier, I think it's not gonna be easy, right? There's so many unknowns and everything and stuff, right? So the whole goal is to start small, right? You know, and find something to do. You know, I think it'll be fun.
I know it's going to be fun. I mean, this is one of those things that if this pilot works, it can fundamentally change the way that capital formation happens and companies start to grow over time. So, like to chat to some suitable candidates. What would make like a suitable candidate, do you think, for the pilot here?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I got no idea, man. I feel like if you're a prominent, if you're a offline project that actually needs wants and needs financing, you have enough like users, you have enough like I think what's most important is that you have enough users or community members that can be part of the community as well, right? To verify for you, right? You know, and obviously when you get set up the route auditors and everything, right? Yeah, but I think we'll check. Yeah, you know, I think So if you're an offshore company, and you're doing great, and you actually want to access the wonderful world
of crypto,
of that on-chain financing, let's do it. Yeah,
huge.
Let's go.
Huge.
Yeah, so I think I'm super excited with pilot. Let's go. Yeah. So I think guys. Okay, let's think about it, right, guys. I think if we do this and start, it's gonna be great. Why? Because we're going to like 1,000x the scope of crypto, right? Huge. Like we can greatly expand the scope and usefulness of crypto by financing auction industries.
Not just virtual asset creation.
Maybe. So it's like so we actually move from the world of like, you know, creating more and more coins, right? And don't get me wrong, I love financing coins. like I love you.
I've noticed. Yeah.
Yeah, I love you, right? No, but I also feel like we can actually take the amazing power, right? I mean, you have thought about it, right? Like you can see, wow, there's so much energy here that flows to virtual assets, right? What if that energy, because money is energy, right? Like so money is energy, right? Like if we take that energy, right, and flow that to actual like productive industry, that'd be great. That'd be amazing, right? How do you do that, right? And that's what I find out.
Yeah.
So you find out.
It's gonna be a very exciting few months here, folks. As the
We try. We will try. I mean, this is the unprecedented ground and stuff. There's lots to go through, right? And then we will try.
I think it's what the cadets want to see as well, right? This is like Jupiter trying new things, not resting on the laurels, building out the future of finance. But there might be one more announcement in here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, let's go. So one more thing. So no. So in summary, right? So in summary, this is like the meta acceleration strategy. We really believe in like the idea of like having like more decentralized systems, like more decentralized markets and more capital, right? And what we're going to do is that we're going to like really try to facilitate people to migrate to decentralized systems, right? Really trying to put all these decentralized assets and markets in one market, right? So it can be easy easily, right? And thirdly is that we're also interested in like exploring a global stock exchange, right? So actually start like having the power of the power of like decentralized capital, finance and rural production.
This is all in the service of getting people to use crypto.
Remember, money is energy. Okay, money is energy, right? When we create new money, we're also deciding where the energy goes. All right, and it's a power that we have. And we take it very seriously. Yeah. And you can see it, and it's so obvious in every launch. Money is energy. I've never more this. Money is energy.
That's a new line, and I like it actually. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So to give a boost to all these efforts,
to add some even more energy to these efforts, we might say.
We're announcing the Jupiter meta acceleration fund.
Let's go! $100 million meta acceleration fund to bring the meta to life.
Yes, to accelerate meta. So the whole point here, right, is to do three things, right? We want to use this acceleration to like drive more adoption, right? To really kind of try to get the critical mass of users. Again, if we don't actually have a critical mass of users actually using like this system, nothing works, man.
That's right.
Nothing works.
It all starts with the users at the end of the day.
All right. And secondly, is that we actually want to bootstrap the giant info market, right? Also to kickstart the global decentralized exchange, right? Okay. So here's the things, right? Now, this deal will come from a strategy reserve, right? You remember 50-50? Guys, remember 50-50? I talked about this in a lot of detail, right? Yeah, 50-50, right? So 50% of the fund, 50% funds are managed by the team, right? And it's a strategy reserve from the team, right? And then, guys, I know there's always, whenever something is announced, right, there's always going to be fears of dilution and everything, right? But I think first of all, I think this amount, if you use it well over the next 1 or 2 years and stuff, it's not going to be diluted at all. Yeah, right. And it's going to have a
back. I know the audio went down for 1 second, but you're saying not being dilutive there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. So so first of all, I think if we do it well, it's not going to, and we use this capital well, right? Over the next 1 or 2 years, it's not going to be dilutive. But in fact, it's going to add a lot of tremendous value. Yeah. Right. For Jupiter and crypto. Yeah. So I feel like, and of course, but the key question is how to use it well. Yeah. Right. Right. And here's actually where I think we need a lot of feedback. Right, for the community and ecosystem to do well. Yeah. Any questions?
Any questions over there in Discord yet, Soju?
Yeah, but guys, I think yeah. So I think we're gonna do this.
I know what's gonna happen here.
Yeah,
big deal.
Sure. Yeah, big deal. Yeah. All right. So
there we go.
So yeah, timeline. So that's not timeline, right?
When does this become real? Yeah.
Right, become real, right? Become real, right? It's like, okay, firstly, okay, trade initiatives, right? So all trade initiatives, the GM, the GAM, and the GSC, and the MAF, right, will all start rolling out over the second half of the year. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah, someone was saying there are too many good things on call. That's how we do it, bro. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. I mean, how else do we do it, right?
Gotta go big, man. That's the only way.
Only way to do it. Oh, yeah, we do it. Yeah. Anyway, I think you all roll out like in the second half of the year, right? And the reason why we're announcing this now is because we want to do it together. Because the Jupiter way to do it together.
That's right.
Hey, the Jupiter is doing together. Can you say again? Can I say again?
Please.
Okay, the Jupiter ways to do it together.
Yeah.
So anyway, so I think the main thing is right. It's like so the testing and the discussion and brainstorming will actually happen over April, June, over town halls and spaces, right? So I personally we're holding a number of spaces, right? And town halls to discuss these things. Right? To show we're gonna start showing the beta of the mobile app. We're gonna discuss how we're gonna get partners on the call.
Come to the Planetary call every Wednesday. That's right.
The GAM.
Yep.
Right. I think it'll be great. We're gonna have partners come to talk about GAM.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
We can have GDSE potential companies.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. To talk about stuff, right? I think it's great.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm saying, right. And if you guys kick my ass enough, I'll write the meta paper.
I had a daily message reminder for you for the last 2 weeks to be like, Meow, make the fucking deck. So now we'll do that. Now we'll do the white paper next. So
this fucker and Suju and the turn the mic me and they kick my ass for this deck, man. Fucking amazing. Yeah. But I did it. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, I think the
all right. So why? Okay, guys. Finally. Why? Why the fuck do all these things?
Yeah.
Why, guys? Why do you why the fuck do you all do all these things?
Could just relax. Could just sit back in the beach somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's like we could just relax and do not do so much, right? Obviously, right? But why do all these things, right? Yeah, why? I don't know why. I think it's fun, but okay, but on seriously, right? I think okay, guys. So let's share. Okay, so so before we started, right? I did something. I said that I know a lot of people would think that we're going to be like one niche or Uniswap, right? But I said we're just going to do our own thing.
Yeah.
Right. The own thing. I feel like this is actually a good example of doing our own thing, right? It's like we think that basically we think that like if we limit our think about it, guys. I mean, we have the users, we have the capability, we have as you said the operational rails, right? To actually do something, right? And I think if we limit ourselves to if we just get we are DEX, we're aggregator, we are Launchpad or whatever, right? I think that's kind of limiting and not interesting, right? And I feel like I feel like if everybody just think that way, we wouldn't get anywhere. Right? We just keep getting stuck, right?
Yeah.
Then we'll always be Bitcoin ETFs and whatever not, right? Right? So I feel like let's really think about why we're doing all these things, right? Okay, and then here's why, right? I'm going to speak slowly.
Okay, it's important. That's how you know it's important.
Okay, I'm going to speak slowly, okay? All right, I'm going to drink some water and speak slowly.
Oh, pass one out. Okay, cool. This is the final step, folks. And I know there's a bunch of questions about the POAP that is also coming in just a little bit. So,
but let's end one last question.
End with this important
like
this is
important.
It's mental programming.
Yeah. Okay. Here. So, guys, finance is the operating system for the world. Okay. In many ways, right, finance is the ultimate allocator of resource and attention. Right. Where the money goes, right, attention goes, resources go, right, talent goes, right, the agenda goes, right. Finance is the ultimate allocator of resources and attention.
That's right.
Whether talk about politics or whatever, all those things are secondary or technology secondary. Finance is actually the operating system for the world. Okay. Yep. But today, right, finance is actually extremely centralized. I mean, we can talk all we want about DeFi and everything, but the truth is that all the key payment rails, right, all the key sources of value creation, right, and it happens in an extremely small way and controlled by an extremely small, right, number of people. Okay, and what does it mean? It means that a very small number of people actually control global agenda.
Yeah,
right.
Their biases, their preferences, their incentives.
Right? They control what wars to fight.
Yeah.
Right. They control what huge buildings to build. Right. They control where everyone should be going. Right. They control all that stuff. Right. And I'm not saying that's bad. I just don't like it. Right. Yeah. I feel like I feel like it's such. I feel like the control of finance is so massively powerful.
Yeah.
Right. That it should actually that the people should actually control that. And not these extremely small group of people. Right. And so I think here's the thing, right? I think so that's actually why, right? I think we actually want to decentralize finance, okay? By actually leveraging on the cost of financial systems, right? So I think in my earlier talk, I think we covered a few things, right? We actually explained a few things, right? We explained decentralized systems and why you can actually do stuff with them, right? That you can't do on centralized systems. we discussed like decentralized markets and how you can actually join and combine and use decentralized market in the way that you cannot do a centralized systems, right? How like with decentralized capital, you can form capital, get growth financing, and form like capital oriented communities in ways you can't do. No way, right? In centralized systems, right?
Right.
So I feel like that's how we actually build this like parallel universe, right? Not by trying I feel like that's how we build this like parallel universe, right? Not by trying to go like, oh, let's replace or whatever, but parallel, right? Let's think about our core strengths. What are we really good as a community? Right, and build our own system. That's it. Right. And if you do that, right, we can actually decentralize the core financial rails. Right, and actually start returning the power to people. Right? And that's actually and we create our own agenda. we create our own agenda. We decide what companies are great. We decide what meme coins are great. What's able to support. Right? Everything. And that's actually what the meta is about. Right? This parallel financial universe.
I think that's what is like the most compelling vision is like we can have a better world right now. There's no reason to be tied to the world as it has been. And with a decentralized financial system, that is the biggest step.
And that's happening already, right?
Yeah.
It's like we're actually to create like new money systems. Yeah. Right. And guys, every new meme coin is money system. J.U.P is the money system. Right? I mean, we're all here because of the J.U.P, right? Guys, think about it, right? No, guys, this is one for me, okay? Guys, think about it. We have this company called J.U.P, right? And now this J.U.P serves as an incredibly powerful way to unify all of us. To align the work groups, right? To align the users, to align incentives, right? And to bring all of us along with a symbol, right? J.U.P. And it's very powerful because it actually we are every successful new token that launches and stuff that has a community behind it is actually creating a new future. And that's amazing, right? We don't think of it that way, but that's what it really is. Yeah. I think that's it. So I think basically I think crypto needs to unless you believe Bitcoin ETFs in the future, right? I don't. I think we need to make crypto useful, right? And to do that, we need to tax our users to get started critical mass. Right? Harness the liquidity, right? So that actually we can actually start being like useful. Right? In ways like in commodity, but with centralized finance, right? Having the thousands access to our crypto, right? To just move from like virtual asset creation, right? To making things you can use, eat, and travel in. And great. Yeah, and guys, I feel let's go together, right? It's obviously lots of stuff, going to take years. But why not? Let's do it. Yeah.
The journey begins now.
Let's do it,
folks. A little J.U.P for J.U.P, a little J for J in the chat. This has been a whirlwind. Whatever this has been, like an hour plus. Just announcement bomb after announcement bomb over here. We do have the not so surprised POAP that people can scan the QR code. Remember, you have to have 50 J.U.P staked and add in your Twitter or your Discord so we know you're a real person. So we'll leave this on the screen for a little bit. But as you can see, the rocket is taking off, folks. The Meta Acceleration Fund, $100 million. We have the GDSC, the global.
J for J
in the chat.
Guys, one thing about them. I'm not really it's fine. But the J for J is important, right? It's like, I think the whole Meta Acceleration Fund thing is called the J for J idea, right?
Yeah.
Like to be clear, the whole point here is to actually use J.U.P as a highly valuable resource to drive the Meta. I watched the lecture on this, right? Jupiter is a highly valuable resource, right? That we can use to drive the Meta. Okay, let's again. J.U.P is a highly valuable resource that has to be used in a highly strategic way to drive the Meta. Okay, right? I think it's a good example. If we manage to use the J.U.P well, in this case, to drive the Meta, to drive adoption, or to get the market set up, and to get the GDSC started, it can be great. Like massive value. Right, and that's what J for J means.
That's right.
Okay, J for J.
J for J.
J for J. Yeah.
Folks, just to wrap it up here, obviously, this is Meow. I'm Cash Sonda. We walked over through 3 G's of the Meta Acceleration Strategy, the Great Migration, Jupiter Mobile on the way, one-click trading anywhere in the world, pretty incredible. We have, of course, GUM, the giant universal market, and the GUM Alliance with a number of just banger partners already coming into it.
Bangers. So amazing.
Bangers.
Bangers. So amazing.
And of course, the GDSC, the Global Decentralized Stock Exchange, 2 pilot projects coming this year. $100 million fund.
For Sky, right?
This is not.
This actually figures as a community how to use J.U.P as a valuable resource to drive things forward. That's what it's about. Yeah.
The Meta Acceleration Fund is here. The Meta Acceleration Strategy has just been presented. Anything else you want to say to the people before we end this?
J for J. Let's
J
go.
for J.
J for J.
Thanks
Let's
for
go.
coming out, everybody. We'll see you over in the Jupiter Discord very soon. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Take it easy,
I
everybody.
love everyone. Meow. 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 I love everyone. Thank you, guys. Thank you.